Just quickly, if you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
Tom Brady and the Patriots, they're an anomaly. That it just doesn't happen that way, the way they've done it. So it's a missed opportunity for the Saints, and it's one that they're going to think about forever. And in my tweet, I was pretty much reiterating the fact that, people always tell me, hey, get over the tuck rule. Well, listen, I played 18 years in the football league. I got over the tuck rule, but I still think about the tuck rule.
And as much as I enjoyed this weekend, us analysts, we all like being right. So you just get excited about that. It was a bit bittersweet. Bittersweet because I won 2 football games in terms of picks, but I think I lost my partner. I show up today here at Fox Sports Radio, and I go to my mailbox, and I see this piece of loose leaf paper, and I pull it out of my box, and I see some handwritten stuff on it, and it's actually a little tear stained, I believe. It was really in bad shape. It looked like the handwriting suggested the person was really struggling to write it, but I was able to decipher it, and I put it into my phone because I had to read it to all you guys today. But here's what the genesis of this is.
What if they do win?
I think I'm moving to Mexico. Do they have a job down there on?
Well, if you like soccer, you could be a sports radio host.
I'll be a sports guy down there. Me and Chris Broussard will move our radio show to Mexico.
I heard that when Rob said it, and I, of course, thought he was joking. He's playing around, all right? But let me tell you what the letter said. Dear Chris, the Odd Couple crew, and our loyal listeners, I have once again put my foot in my mouth, and it doesn't taste good at all.
Oh, Rob!
It's dry, it's ashy, and it reeks of Bengay. I am 55 after all. But it's not my fault, but it's my fault. You would have thought I would have known better than to bet against TB12 after being wrong about him so many times over the past 8 years.
Tom Brady could do that.
Tom Brady could do that.
But I was foolish once again. And in fact, this time I went too far. I pledged to move to Mexico if Brady won again. So in humility and heartbrokenness, I bid you adieu. The Odd Couple is now a solo show. I will return at some point in the distant future, assuming Trump doesn't build that wall. Until then, I'll admit it. Tom Brady is the GOAT.
What?
What are you doing here?
What are you talking about?
I got this letter in my mailbox.
Who wrote that letter? Because I didn't write it. I did not write that.
It had your signature on it.
Talking about it had tears on it. You are absolutely crazy.
An NFL playoff game is a game 7 in every other sport in North America. Hockey, basketball, baseball. That's what football is because it's finite. You lose game once. You remember the 91 finals against the Lakers. The Bulls lost the first game. So had that been football, it was over. They would have lost the finals. Tom Brady played 41 game 7s. And I think he won 30 of those games or 31 of those games. So let that sink in for a second. Imagine Michael Jordan played 5 game 7s. He's 3-2. Tom Brady played 41 game 7s. Because that's what football playoff is. There is no tomorrow. There is no, man, we had an off game, but, we'll come back, we'll regroup, we'll get them. Tomorrow is next year. That's what an NFL playoff game. I said all of that, and Tom Brady has been clutch beyond clutch.
So 12th career game-winning drive in the playoffs for Tom Brady. When there's 2 minutes left on the clock, we're all sitting here watching the game, and he gets the ball. Was there any doubt, Dion, that he was going to get the job done?
No whatsoever. Hats off to Kansas City. First of all, for staying in there because the drives previously, normal team, that would have been over.
Yeah.
but they were resilient. But you knew darn well if Brady had won that toss, which he did, you knew what the outcome was going to be. He wasn't going to allow the Chiefs to get the ball back.
You hear Tom talk on third down, even in regulation. Chris Hogan made an unbelievable catch with a one-handed catch. And then on third down, they had 3 third and longs and guys making big plays. And that's what you have to have. And Tom mentioned it on third down. Yeah, they got us in third down. All you can hope to get Tom Brady third down, get him off the field. They couldn't get him off the field. He stayed on the field, and they go into Super Bowl again.
I agree. I knew it was over when I didn't see the Kansas City Chiefs getting any pressure. Up the middle, they didn't get pressure on Tom at all. And if we talk about the blueprint to beating the Patriots and Tom, get pressure on him. And when you don't do that, he's gonna kill you apart.
We were saying it. You played 11 years, right?
Yeah.
LT?
Yeah.
This team, 11. I mean, with Brady and Belichick, 9 in 11.
Unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
People don't realize how difficult
9
it is.
in 11.
It's normalcy for them. Yeah. But guys like us, you got to be kidding me. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
I mean, we can't overstate it. Just what those two have done.
It'll never be done. It'll never be done again. That's the greatest. This is the greatest dynasty that we've ever seen. We'll never see anything else like it.
Tom Brady's first Super Bowl was against the Rams, and he gets another shot at them again.
Tom Brady is not receiving enough credit for his Super Bowl resume because, in my opinion, he does look. But let's do it the other way. He doesn't look the part of a superstar quarterback. He's not the most athletic guy. He's not the coolest guy. Some people think he's cool. Some think he's sort of nerdy cool. But whatever, he doesn't. He's UGG boots and advertising satin sheets or whatever it is. It's not the cool things to do, right?
He's not power.
No.
Say like a Jim Brown or LT.
No.
He's not grace and elegance like a Jerry.
No. There's an unathleticness to him. And I get that. He also throws a really sweet football. He threw some last night where I was like, wow. Now, it's not cannon shots.
No.
But they're accurate, catchable passes.
Yes.
Okay. I think you would have loved catching some of his passes. I believe you would have.
So if you'd asked me late last night, will your partner Shannon Sharp give it up to Tom Brady tomorrow on Undisputed? I'd say, no, impossible. He will not.
I had to, Skip.
Took a real man, took a big man. Way to go. I appreciate that because he earned it. And that was a great achievement to earn your respect finally, where you gave up and gave in.
You got to,
and
Skip.
Gave it all up.
I fought it long as I could.
I know, you did. And let me echo what you just said. For some of our younger viewers out there, seriously, from my heart, it's a privilege to get to watch this man operate. Mm-hmm. That was hard yesterday. What he's done in the past is hard. In the fourth quarter against the Legion of Boom in the Super Bowl, or down 28-3 to Atlanta, throwing for 246 just in the fourth quarter and overtime to bring them all the way back to win in overtime. It's just hard. And he keeps doing it at such high levels. And that was, again, the highest level yesterday. So in the end, for me, again, I'm not a Patriot fan. He just won me over a long time ago. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. He won me over because he is the Michael Jordan of the National Football League, except he's in a completely misleading package. It's one you have a hard time sort of getting your arms around, because I do too sometimes. It's aw shucks, gee whiz after the game. I'm like, after the game, I'm watching him talking. I'm saying, wait, are you the same guy who just did that out there?
He's always had fuel for motivation because he was a sixth-round draft pick.
Sure.
He can't understand why these teams would pass on him. What did they possess? Besides the ugly 40 time that he ran and how awkward and gangly he looked running it.
And still does sometimes, but go ahead.
What did they see in them that they didn't see in him? He's like, oh, I beat Alabama in my last game.
He did in the Orange Bowl.
And so you mean to tell I'm playing at Michigan. Mm-hmm. I'm playing on the big stage. I bided my time. I really should have been a starter maybe a year or two earlier. Yep. But hey, that's neither here nor there. So what was that? So he used not only the sixth round draft pick, but he used being away from it, because there are times that when you're an athlete, Skip, and you're training, and I know I'm speaking from personal experience, there are times that you deny yourself because you're like, I don't want any excuses down the road why I failed. I shouldn't have ate that chocolate chip cookie. I should have went to bed at 11 instead of going at 2 a.m. Okay. All these things. So he used that. It burnt. Now, I'm sure he'll say, well, hey, I did it for love. But Skip, there's nothing. See, when athletes, It's not, and I tell guys this all the time.
Yep.
I say, don't do it to prove them wrong. Do it to prove you right. He did it to prove. He says, I'm still great. You think my greatness has to do with a football. My greatness has to do with this and this.
Correct.
Because I can outthink you, and I got heart that I will not quit. So the footballs, give me a bowling ball. And if that guy has a bowling ball, I'll beat him. Give me a cannonball. If he has one of those, I'll beat him at that too. So Tom's thought process is the way, Skip, for me, and I told you this, and you looking at me like, I said, going into this game, win, lose, or draw, he's the greatest quarterback that's ever, because I'm not a one-game guy. I'm looking at his body of work. Joe went to 4 Super Bowls in 16 years. Tom went to 7 in 17 years. Okay, advantage Tom. Tom won 4, Joe won 4. He was a 3-time MVP in the Super Bowl, so was Tom. Tom was a 2-time league MVP, so was Joe. Okay, now you start looking, Skip, okay, what about the division titles? What about the AFC Championship games that Tom's appeared in? 24-9 going into that game. So for me, he was already the greatest quarterback, but I told you this also. I said, Skip, if he wins this game and he's the MVP, he passes Jerry, he passes LT, and a lot of people say Jim Brown. Tom Brady is the greatest football player in the 97-year history of the NFL. There's nothing else to debate. You can get a Harvard-educated lawyer. You can get one from the John Jay School of Law. Nobody can argue this. The fashion in which he did it and the body of work, his resume is extensive. 14 division titles, 2 Super Bowl, 2 league MVPs, a 5,000-yard passing season, 5 Super Bowls, 4-time he was the Super Bowl MVP. In the past 2, the way he's come back in dramatic fashion. What are we do? He has the highest total passing yards in NFL history in the Super Bowl. 43, 45 of 63, 466, 2 touchdowns. When it mattered the most.
You mean
in this game.
Yeah, but this is, you were talking about what you said last week.
Yeah. I'm saying if he had won this game, he was going to be the greatest player. He was going to pass Jerry because I gave it I thought Jerry and LT. I go back and forth between Lawrence Taylor and Jerry Rice. Throw Jim Brown in there because what he did in the 9 years he played.
Yeah.
But Skip, now for me, it's Tom. What are we debating?
Okay.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day. Thanks for watching.